All right, the purpose of this ed puzzle is to be checking your answers. So if you are watching this video, your review packet should be 100% complete, and you should be using this as a tool to make sure you have the correct answers. So use the figure below to find the measures of the missing angles. Choose the appropriate reasoning from the box to explain how it's related to the given 84-degree angle. So that's the angle that we are given. So angle 84 and angle 6 are alternate exterior angles. And you know that alternate exterior angles are equal in measure. So therefore, angle 6 is also equal to 84 degrees. And number 2, if you're erasing this so you can see what I'm talking about, angle 2 is right here. That is vertical to the given measure. And you also know that vertical angles are equal. So angle 2 is also 84 degrees. Number 3, now we're talking about angle 4. Angle 4 is right there. Those are in the same position on the other parallel line, on the other set of angles. So those are called corresponding angles. And corresponding angles are also equal in measure. So angle 4 is 84 degrees. And lastly, angle 3. These are right next to each other. They share a common point. So they are adjacent. They are also supplementary. And you know that two angles that are next to each other form a 180-degree straight line. So if angle 3 is 84, we need to solve to find what x is. And if we subtract 84 from both sides, x is equal to 96 degrees. So therefore, angle 3 is 96 degrees. All right, the next part of this vocab review is to name a pair of alternate exterior angles. So your options are 1 and 8 because they are on the outside of the parallel lines and on the opposite side of the transversal. Or you could also say 2 and 7. So those are your two options for alternate exterior angles. Now, alternate interior angles on the inside of the parallel lines, on the opposite side of the transversal, you can say 3 and 6, or you could also say 4 and 5. Either one of those options is okay. Corresponding, you have 4 pairs of corresponding angles. You have 1 and 6. You have 2 and 5. You have 3 and 8, or you have 4 and 7. Remember, corresponding angles are in the same position on the other set of angles. So 1 and 6, 2 and 5, 3 and 8, or 4 and 7. Once again, you only have to write one of these pairs, but those were all the options. Same thing with vertical angles. Remember, vertical angles are across from each other. So 2 and 4 are vertical. 1 and 3 are vertical. 5 and 7 are vertical. And 6 and 8 are vertical. So once again, your options 1 and 3, 2 and 4. Vertical angles are across from each other. 2 and 4, 5 and I think that's a 7, and 6 and 8. Measure of the interior angles of a triangle. So this will always add up to 180 degrees. And you need to remember to write equations. Don't skip the equations. So this is x plus 39 plus 125 equals 180 degrees. When you add these two together, 168. So this is x plus 168 equals 180. Subtract 168 from both sides, and x is equal to 19 degrees. Same thing here. This right angle symbol means 90, so x plus 90 plus 45 equals 180. 90 and 45 adds up to 135. If you subtract 135 from both sides, x is equal to 45 degrees. Exterior angle, remember the outside, this is my D equals A plus B. Okay, so this is my two interior angles, are A and B. And remember, oops, not C. The exterior angle is D, so D is equal to the sum of the two that are inside. Now, it is absolutely critical that you set up equations for these. If you try to do these in your head, you will 100% get them wrong, okay? So my D is 4x plus 9 is equal to A, which is 2x, plus B, which is 3x minus 12. Now, once you write this in the equation, you can drop the parentheses. The only reason they're there is to show you that this all goes together in that one angle. So now we got to combine our like terms. 2x and 3x is 5x, so I have 4x plus 9 equals 5x minus 12. Move the lesser of the two variables. 4x is less than 5x, so I'm going to move that. And I'm left with 9 equals 5x minus 4x is 1x minus 12. Move the 12 over, and x is equal to 21 degrees. Now, you are not done yet because you have only found x. Okay, we need to find the measure of the exterior angle. So 4x plus 9 is 4 times 21 plus 9, which is 93 degrees. A lot of you forgot this part on your quiz, so don't forget to plug it back in. Same thing on 12. This is D. Interior angles are A and B. So D is 3x. That is equal to x plus 15 plus 43. When you combine your like terms, 15 and 43 is 58. So I have 3x equals x plus 58. Move the lesser variable. X is less than 3x. That's the one I move. 2x is equal to 58. Divide both sides by 2. And x is equal to 29 degrees. Plug it back in. And 3 times 29 is 87 degrees. That's the measure of that exterior angle. Find the sum of the interior angle measures of the polygon by using the formula. That formula is sum equals your number of sides minus 2 times 180. So you need to count how many sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if n equals 7, my sum is equal to 7 minus 2 times 180, which is 5 times 180, which is 900 degrees. And you are same thing on this next problem. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. Don't forget to count them all. Your dashes really help on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. N is equal to 6 sides. My sum is 6 minus 2 times 180, which is 4 times 180, which is 720 degrees. So that's the sum of a 6-sided figure. Now, 15 and 16, these are the interior angles of any kind of polygon, and be careful in counting the sides. You can always double check your side count by counting the number of angles. That's kind of a way to check. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 angles. So my 6-sided figure, the first thing you have to do is find the sum. 6 minus 2 times 180 is 4 times 180, which is 720 degrees. Okay, now that you have the sum that is all of this is supposed to add up to, you can start to write it out. So 2x plus x, 92 plus 75 plus 102 plus 136. You could write that all out. I am 100% okay if you just skip and call that 405, because that's what all of that adds up to. And then it's all equal to 720 because that's what we found the sum equal to. So 2x and x is 3x, so I have 3x plus 405 equals 720. Subtract 405 from both sides, and you're left with 3x equals 720 minus 405, which is 315. If you divide both sides by 3, x is equal to 105 degrees. Okay, now you need to go back in and plug that in right here because we've got 2x, okay, and 2 times 105 is 210 degrees, and this one's just x, so that's 105. Same thing on 6. Count the sides first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 angles as well. So a 5-sided shape is 5 minus 2 times 180, which is 3 times 180, which is 540. And that's your sum. Now I'm going to pause this and write the equation because I'm going to hit the 15-minute mark. So 1 second. All I did right here was wrote out every single angle and added it all up. So x and x is 2x 1 and 95 and 145 and 101 is equal to 342. And that is equal to 540 degrees, which is my sum. If I subtract 342 from both sides, 2x is equal to 198. If you divide both sides by 2, x here is equal to 99. Remember, you are not done. You got to plug it back in. So this right here is 99 degrees because it's x. X plus 1 is 99 plus 1, which is 100 degrees. And then you are finished. On 17 and 18, you're finding the measure of one interior angle of the regular polygon. Remember, regular means all of these angles are the same. So if it helps you to put x's here, you totally can do it. So this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-sided shape. Once again, sum equals 6 minus 2 times 180, which is 4 times 180, which is 720. I have 6 x's. They're all the same. So those 6 angles add up to 720. Divide everything by 6. And the measure of one of those angles is 120 degrees. They're all 120 degrees. Okay? Same thing on 18. This one's a little harder. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You also could count the sides and get to 12. Okay, so this is a 12-sided shape. So your sum is 12 minus 2 times 180, which is 10 times 180, which is 1800. So once again, we have 12 angles. So this is 12x has to equal 1800. If you divide both sides by 12, each angle of this regular polygon is 100 degrees. Okay. Next property is exterior angles. Remember, exterior angles, no matter what type of polygon you have, the exterior angles will always add up to 360 degrees. Okay, no matter what. That's one of those rules we learned. Okay, so I'm going to pause this. I'm going to write my equations. All I'm doing is adding this, 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 and this, and setting it equal. Why isn't this writing? Setting it equal to 360. So combining my like terms, I have 4x plus 3x plus 5x gives me 12x. And then I have negative 1 plus 4 plus 105, which is positive 108. And that's equal to my sum, which is 360. And now you're ready to rock and roll and solve this equation. Subtract 108 from both sides. 12x is equal to 360 minus 108 is 252 equals 252. Divide both sides by 12. And x is equal to 21 degrees. Once again, don't forget to go plug it back in. So 4 times 21 minus 1 is 83. 3 times 21 is 63. And 5 times 21 plus 4 is 109. And your other one is fine. So those 3 should add up to, those 4 should add up to 360. Right, this next one, all I did was took 3x plus 8 plus 2x plus 12 plus x plus 80 and added it up to 360. When you combine your like terms, you have 3x and 2x and x, which is 6x. 8, 2, ooh, I forgot this 90 degrees in here too. So 8, 2, 80, and 90 adds up to 180. So I have 6x plus 180 equals 360. Subtract 180 from both sides. 6x equals 180. Divide by 6. Divide by 6. And x is equal to 30 degrees. When you plug it back in, 2 times 30 plus 2 is 62. This is just 30. That's 80. That's 90. 3 times 30 is 90. Plus 8 is 98. All right, number 21 on the back. Tell whether the triangles are similar and explain using your angle measures. Okay, so the first thing we do is find which pair are similar. 47 is similar to 47. Then you solve for one of the missing ones. I'll solve for y. So when you add 47 and 89, which is 180, subtract that from both sides. And y is equal to 91 degrees. And since that is not similar to 90 degrees, these are not similar.